GM everyone. And as you can see, I'm also wearing a GM t-shirt. Today, my first newsletter goes out, and I would like to talk a little bit about how to create a list, how to use the explore feature, and it's go time. So, what we need to do is to create a list of 300 to 400 people, and it needs to include high reach accounts, medium reach accounts, and small reach accounts. The high reach accounts allow you to get more impressions. Medium accounts also help you get more impressions, but at the same time, it might be easier to become friends with them. And small accounts is usually we're making friends with them and we want to grow together at the same time by helping each other. So, yeah, you need to create a 300 to 400 people list, and in all honesty, it could take longer than 1 month because you don't want to be just adding anyone and everyone to it. You need to make sure that they have the same interest there, for example, in Web3, and they're good accounts that also post content on daily basis and not just someone who spams and all of that stuff. So we want good quality accounts to be added to the list. So how do we make a list? It's quite simple. You just go on your profile, then on the left-hand side menu, you see the option lists. You click at the top right, then you write a name, right? And we want to name it making new friends. You can add a photo if you want, quite cool. And then description, you want to write something along the lines interaction on daily basis with high value accounts that I want to form a relationship with. Then you want to make your list private, right? The reason why you want to make the list private is so that people don't see you adding them to the list, and this list is ultimately yours and no one can see it, follow it, or anything. So you want to create that list, right? And once you have done that, once again, it will take you around a month to reach 300, 400 profiles for the ultimate, let's say, what was that word? To ultimately streamline your process, right? So now that you have your list and it's private, you wrote a description and a name for it, you want to start adding people to it. So let's add a few people as an example, right? We'll add myself, added myself. Let's add Alex's building because he has a high reach, right? And he posts really good content. So, yeah, and generally speaking, great guy. So you add him to the list also. Then we need to think of someone else, right? Who can we interact with that has a high reach, good value that they provide through the content, and so on and on. All the criteria that we need, right? So I would highly suggest Whale, great content. We add him to the list. So now we have 3 people in our list. If I refresh, it should be 3. There we go, 3 people, right? So now what you need to do is, and by the way, now we are actually at the step of use explore feature. So you want to open up making new friends list, and we have opened it. You can see this, right? The URL. But hey, all of these details are provided in the newsletter, but this video is more for clarity for those who want to see the process of how to do it. So we found the URL, and I have provided you one moment. So I provided you this template in the newsletter. So when you make your own list, you will have your own number here. And you get this number from here. And what it does is you set up a filter that stops your feed, which I'll explain later, spamming it with replies, retweets, and all of that stuff. But it also filters out content that includes words such as GM, GN, morning, giveaway. The reason why we want to filter it out is because, yes, it's great to tell everyone good morning, good night, morning, giveaway, but this method helps you find the best quality content that you can provide value to. And let's say you do want good morning and all that sort of posts, right? So you just delete the morning keywords, and now you're good to go. Now you're basically filtering out replies, so it's just straight up content and not replies, retweets, and all of that stuff. And you will not see any giveaway content and none of good night. So once you have input your list here and then use basically the filtering that I provided you, you want to go to the Explore, right? And then Explore, you want to copy paste that prompt and press enter. Once you're here, you want to sort it out to the latest. As you can see, I removed the word good morning, so now it shows. And what this does, right, is once you have 300, 400 people, even 100 or 200, you will be provided all of the latest content right here. So as soon as someone's content goes live and you use the filter, you'll be able to see it. So that means you'll be the first ones to interact with the content. And it will provide you a very curated content feed that is most probably better than your homepage. So that's basically the goal. This is the ultimate strategy that I use, that I learned from my time of being a reply guy. And I find this extremely valuable. And it helps me, have great feed. And now I don't have to worry with where do I get good content to interact with. If, for example, you don't know who to add, just start from today. Create that list, add a few people, and maybe you already have a few lists that you created previously. You can just combine all of those accounts into the new list that you will name Making New Friends. And yeah, thank you so much for your time. Hope you enjoyed the newsletter. Ciao.